Blessings, good evening. We'll begin our session in the usual way with some meditation time. So find a comfortable place to sit. On a chair or on the floor is fine. The first thing you aim for in meditation is to be able to sit still. Because you don't want to move around too much. So ideally, for the period of the meditation, you don't change posture or move at all, unless you have a particular pain, maybe pain in the leg somewhere, or you may have to adjust. But your aim is just to sit still once you've found your comfortable posture. Sit up with your back straight and your head up. Close your eyes and take a few moments just to bring awareness into your body as you're sitting right here, right now. So begin by putting attention at the top of your head, the crown of the head, and move your awareness slowly down from the crown of your head, noticing how each part of the body feels. So it may feel tense, you may have some muscle tension or uncomfortable feelings in certain areas. You may have parts of your body that just feel very neutral, not painful, not particularly pleasurable feeling, just very neutral or almost no feeling at all perhaps. And in some areas you do feel very comfortable, maybe you have a warm buzz or pleasant feeling arising. There's also the feeling or the sensation of the air on your skin, your clothes on your skin, your body's weight pressing down onto the floor and so on as you move down your body, scanning or just moving awareness. These are the things you're picking up, becoming more aware and knowing your own body in the present moment as you're sitting right here. And taking your awareness now to the breath. So take a few deep breaths. Breathe in at the tip of your nostrils. Just notice the feeling as the air enters your body there. Notice your lungs expanding and your abdomen rising. So following the in-breath down through your body to your abdomen. And then the out-breath from the same spot, same location at your abdomen, rising, your lungs deflating, the abdomen falls, your lungs deflate, and then the breath goes out at the tip of your nostril. So following, for a few moments, just following the sensation, any movement or sensation you can pick up within your own body of the breath entering and leaving. And to do this, you need to set aside everything else. All thoughts about the future, memories and thoughts about the past, distractions such as sounds, different sensations in your body which pull your attention. Just practice letting go of it all, and now center your attention on one location, at the tip of your nostrils, for example, but it doesn't have to be there. Now maintaining awareness at this one point, observe breath going in, breath going out. And gently but deliberately keep bringing attention back to this one point, one location that you've chosen. Using it as an anchor for your mind, as a way to let go of everything else. So you need to keep alert. So keep putting energy into your posture, sitting straight. Bringing attention over and over again back to the breath, to this one point where the breath goes in and the breath goes out. And developing that persistent effort and vigilance. The way the Buddha described it is you're watching over your mind as it becomes aware of the in and out breath. You're guarding your mind so it doesn't stray away and get caught up into the imagination, endless thinking. Because the endless thinking without mindfulness is the realm of conditions, creations of the mind. Whereas what you can really know for sure is the breath at this moment. You can just know the sensation of your breath, whether it's going in or out. That's true, that's what you know. All the thoughts are true in the sense they arise into consciousness, fed by memories, emotions, but they're constantly changing and deluding you, taking away your mindfulness very easily. So you're using the breath as a way to guard over your mind and keep it where you can harness the energy of awareness, mindfulness, clear comprehension. So Luang Por Chah was brought up as a farmer's son in northeast Thailand, where he had the job to look after cows and buffalo. And as a boy, he would have to take the cattle into the fields so that they could eat grass. But he had to keep them away from the rice paddy fields where the new young rice plants were. They were actually the most attractive thing for the cows to eat. But his job was to keep them well away from the rice, because that's how his family earned their living, by growing rice, harvesting it, selling it. So they didn't want the cows destroying all the rice plants. So they'd have to take them into the fields where there was no rice, or the areas where it's just grass or bush. But of course, if Luang Por Chah was careless. He said sometimes he'd take a nap in the heat of the day, or play a game, do something, and he'd become careless, and then the cow or the water buffalo would stray near to the rice plants and eat them. And if that happened, later on he'd get a scolding from his dad. Because the last thing you want is the cows to eat the new rice plants. So he said that's how he learned mindfulness in the beginning, to keep his eye on the cows, and if they went near the rice plant, he would shout at them to come away. And if that didn't work, he'd have to pull on a rope, because they all had a rope around their neck or through their nose. They had a ring and a rope tied to it. He'd have to physically pull them away. He said that's how you train your mind with mindfulness of breathing. If you start thinking about things, fantasizing, imagining, remembering, and you forget the breath, then you have to do the equivalent of a shout or a tug on the rope and bring your mind back to the tip of the nose, the in and out breath, until your mind settles down, and then more automatically or in a more relaxed way it will stay with the breath. And that would be as a result of those efforts you make to keep returning attention to the breath and letting go of the wandering mind, the distracted mind states. So for the next few minutes, we can practice mindfulness of breathing together. Just practice keeping your attention with the breathing, or bringing it back to the breath when it does get lost in thought or falling asleep, until you hear the sound of the bell, which will be the end of the session.